Hey, what's up, guys? This is Snackbox. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Guys, next Thursday, the next Fusion is going live, and we have some time left to do some little preparations, and I want to show you what you can do right now. Now, the next Fusion is going live on the next Thursday, exactly on Halloween. And as you can see, I already started saving up some energy, some silver. I haven't spent any gems actually. So if you're planning on doing the Fusion, you should definitely stay tuned and do some little preparation in case you haven't done it already. Now, I saved up quite a few shards. I think I have enough sacreds, and overall I might have enough shards. Maybe I have to buy some ancient shards with gems, because we're gonna start off with a champ chase event, because right now we have a summon rush, right? And it's like always summon rush, champ chase, summon rush, champ chase. So next weekend it's going to be a champ chase, most likely, to start off the Fusion. Also, the Fusions normally start with a dungeon event or a dungeon tournament, and then the next day there's a dungeon divers. So normally you want to wait until you run that dungeon for the next day to complete the dungeon divers and the dungeon event at the same time. So always keep that in mind. Don't rush for the dungeons on the first day. Always try to complete 2 events at the same time if it's possible. Now this next Fusion is going to be a traditional one. It's not going to be a fragment Fusion like the last one. So they're going to be a little bit harder in normally. They're going to be a little bit harder. You know, you need to save up some potions, because you definitely need to ascend those champions to be able to fuse them. So basically what it's gonna look like is you're gonna have 4 rares down here, which you have to level 40 and ascend them 4 times, and then fuse into an epic. That epic you have to level to 50, ascend it also fully. You have to do it 4 times and then fuse those epics into the final Fusion. And that's basically how it's gonna go. Now, it's a little bit unlucky that we have a champ chase tournament from the start, because you can, like, those fusions that you fuse in here also count towards champ chase. So most likely we're not getting any extra points out of it. But for example, remnant summoned do get points for champ chase. They count. If you haven't fused the last Fusion, it counts too. You also can buy these rares from the tag team shop, which also give you 50 points each. Now, if you get those and maybe you saved up some of these, you can also fuse Broadmoor. It costs a little bit of silver. I think it's 1 million silver, but I think a Void Champion gives you around 350 points, I think, which is not bad. Maybe I'm wrong right now, but something around that area. And overall, a nice little amount of points, which you can get extra without a problem, just by, you know, playing Tag Team Arena. Now, you also should always buy this bundle of energy. It's only 1,000 gold bars, and all the other good stuff, the shards and so on. Now, if you have energy in your clan shop, definitely should get it. The silver also always nice. Other than that, there's not a lot of stuff that's interesting to me, but the energy and the silver come in pretty handy. Now, another thing you should do right now, as we're waiting for the Fusion to start, if you want to do the Fusion, you should definitely go and cleanse some of your gear. As you can see, I still can cleanse a good amount of my gear, like maybe like a good 300, 400 pieces without hurting my account. I've been working on it on the weekend, but I haven't managed to cleanse it all. I also can still go through my accessories, where I also have, a lot of pieces which I'm never gonna use. So that's definitely a thing I will start doing later and maybe continue doing through the week. So I stack up my silver and I'm prepared for the artifact enhancement events, which cost you quite a few million. And then you should always get your arena fights in and farm that crafting material, because this is also a really nice silver source in case you're lacking silver. I know this is a good way to get points in CVC, but when you're in need of silver, it's always a good option to come here, craft some stuff, and sell it in case you don't need it. Now, keep in mind that you also get a lot of resources during the fusion, so you always get the daily energy refills and gems from clan boss and shards and so on. So if you're a little bit low on your resources, it's not that bad. You can still, do it. But you should definitely have a good amount of shards saved up beforehand, because shards are probably, the hardest thing to sustain during the fusion. You definitely want to have a good amount from the start, to not, end up short, and then you maybe can't complete the fusion unless you're spending, and that's what we're trying to avoid here as a free-to-play player. We don't want to miss out on the fusion. Now, the fusion itself is maybe a nice progress champion, but overall I don't think the fusion will benefit me that much unless the multipliers are really crazy. But you kind of have to pair the fusion with the partner, with Hansel, because the full potential will show then. But they're kind of sitting in the same role of a damage dealer kind of thing. And I don't think, for example, I don't think they will have a place in arena, because normally you want to avoid that, right? You kind of want to have a diversity of champions, and they kind of do the same thing. So I don't think they will be game changing for the end game, but overall they look pretty solid and might be, finding a spot in the Hydra teams. Maybe we're not so sure yet because we haven't seen them in action, but overall the kids look pretty promising, especially for like mid-game and newer players, or people that are trying to get into the Hydra game. Those two combined can pretty much, help you progress. But alone, not so much. I think, it's pretty hard to get both of them for most amount of players, because most likely we will get Hansel in a hero's path, which will also cost a ridiculous amount of sacred shards or soul stones, or we don't know yet, but I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. And then, of course, we have the event dungeon, which is labeled with a coming soon. We don't have any information on that yet, honestly, but I'm pretty certain that they're gonna bring it back with the Halloween fusion, because the last one was really, a success for Plarium, I would say, because most endgame players definitely spend a ton of energy in there to get really nice pieces, because you don't want to miss out on that. You kind of have to keep up, at the end game, and stay, stay in the like stay relevant. Um, you really need some nice pinpoint set pieces, and they're really hard to get. Yeah, I saw people spending, an a ridiculous amount of energy in there and not getting crazy, set pieces. So I think they're really gonna bring it back and give us a new challenge. Maybe that's gonna be fun. I like those things when new things come out and we have to figure out how can we beat it. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward. If they release a new event dungeon, I would be pretty happy. But coming back to the preparations, save up your energy. Don't spend, unnecessary energy on dungeons or whatever. Save up your silver. Also really important, because we're gonna have champ trains. Save up your brews. Don't just use them for whatever reason, because don't spend your stuff because you're impatient and you wanna beat this stage right now. Just save up your energy, your gems, your silver, your brews. Do your arena fights. Buy all the energy you can everywhere, in the clan shop, in the tag team arena shop. Save your shards, don't pull shards. I know the events are very tempting right now, especially if you don't have any of these champs. Kymar, UDK, really, really tempting. They are really solid champions, but it's still a really low chance that you pull any of these champions. The rates are not increased, so save your shards, don't fall for it. They really try to drain our resources right now with all the events before the fusion. In case you're participating in the fusion, if you're skipping, you can definitely, do whatever you want. But if you want to complete the fusion, save up your resources is right now really important. And that's pretty much it, guys. So if we take a look at the news, they also say that we're gonna get a gift on Halloween. So I'm pretty curious what it's gonna be. Is it gonna be books or shards or energy or all of them? So that's also something you have to keep in mind. It's gonna be a little, in case you're low on resources, you're gonna get a gift. I hope that's gonna help you. Don't forget to use the promo code Spooky17. Will also give you a little bit of energy. Now, if you go on Facebook, you can see this picture that they posted for the Halloween celebration. The new champions. We're gonna have a new mythical. I'm really curious what that champion's gonna be like. If he's gonna be, changing the meta, or just another mythical. I think it's definitely going to be a nice one. Will the event dungeon include this mythical champion, in case like that you like in that sense of that you have to beat this champ? I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do with this champion. Nail Black Thief. That's probably gonna be like the witch of this fairy tale. And then we have Hansel and Gretel, of course. Gretel the fusion, Hansel the guaranteed in the hero's path. It's not confirmed yet, but most likely. Then we have Vulcanos Fumor. Looks like a demon spawn HP burn champion kind of thing. But also not so sure. Could also be a Night Revenant. And then we have Arnorn the Shining. Looks like a dwarf. No idea. The Shining name is kind of interesting. And then we most likely have the Fusion Rare and Epic for the Gretel Fusion. So that's pretty much it, guys. All I have for you. I hope you guys prepared well for this fusion if you want to participate in it. And I will post some videos about the fusion once the fusion goes live on Thursday. I'm gonna run you through it step by step how I'm doing it. So maybe this will help some of y'all completing it. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and a comment if so, and see you in the next video.